A katiba, this is the best katiba that we have ever had. Hakuna nchi na katiba nzuri kama hii yetu hapa. No, hiyo hatuchahusishwa. Ile sheria ni yetu tulipigia yes and no na wewe. Ile zamani, lakini hizi za county government zikitengenezwa pale tunahusishwa wapi? Hizi hatuhusishwi.
Hatujui ni mahali wanatungia ndio tuende tuwe our views. Kwa hivyo hatuparticipate.
Ukisema tena kwa ofisi yao haiwezekani. Utaitwa huko utaenda kusema nini?
Kama bylaws za city hapa ziko nyingi na hatujui.
Kenya Law Reform Commission.
The Kenya Law Reform Commission is a statutory body established under the Kenya Law Reform Commission Act of 2013. During the last 5 years since the promulgation of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, the Law Reform Commission has been working with other agencies, especially the ministries, the various government departments and agencies, in coming up with the legislation required to implement the Constitution. We decided to get into a collaborative process to develop this legislative process guide, which we believe will go a long way in creating capacity to our legislatures, policymakers, legislative drafters, and even teachers and students of law to understand new ways of promoting legislation in accordance with the new constitutional dispensation.
Sijawahi kuchukua.
Watu hawajui. Kwa hivyo participation ndio hakuna kabisa.
There would never have been a better time of educating and interesting Kenyans on the legislative process in their country than availing this guide to them for purposes of proper understanding. Many people do not understand the legislative process in this country, and therefore it was very, very important that the Kenya Law Reform Commission comes up with a guide which takes them step by step as what is required when you are legislating. So that was very critical, especially for those who are coming in for the first time. And even Kenyans in general, they really need to understand what the process is.
Critically, this legislative guide has elaborate provisions on policy formulation. As a commission, we believe that in order to have high quality legislation, policy ought to precede the law. And therefore, we are trying to explain through this guide how to formulate policy and how to translate that policy into law.
For majority of Kenyans, lawmaking and policy making generally remains a very elite process. Most of the time, there is very minimal involvement or participation of what we would call the common mwananchi in the country. There's been, because the constitution currently requires that lawmaking should involve the participation of the common people, there's been a lot of focus now in trying to enhance public participation on lawmaking and policy making generally.
This guide to the legislative process in Kenya is written in what we call plain language, which means it is written in very simple English that can be understood by everybody. And this was intentional because this guide is going to assist the public, key policy makers, decision makers, legislators at both levels of government internalize and appreciate their responsibility in the lawmaking and policy formulation process.
This tool has been written in a very simple manner. It speaks to Wanjiko, it speaks to a member of a county assembly, it speaks to the members of the executive at the county government, it speaks to national government officials, it speaks to everybody across the board. So the normal Kenyan citizen will be able to pick a copy of this guide, go through it, and participate very confidently in those public forums because the language of that guide is very simple.
Kutuita, kutusomesa, kutufanya nini, kutuita kila wakati, musikae ati munakaa hapana, hata tutasahau. Munatuita hata kama ni kwa mwezi mara 2-3, munatusomesa grupu hii ya mama kiwango hii, yani na umri ya miaka. Unaona mkitupanga na miaka itakuwa mzuri zaidi.
Vile sheria imetungwa iko sawa na implementation bado ni sawa, lakini kuna ile hatujahusishwa ni public participation.
Side yangu kuhusishwa, nataka waweka kama advertisement mahali ndio at least tukue tumehusishwa.
Sasa wakuji kuchukua maoni, tutawapatilia maoni wapi? Si wakuja place to place kila mahali. Wakuja hapa mimi nitatoa maoni yangu hapa.
My message to the people of Kenya is to take time to go through this guide. We shall produce quite a number of copies, some pocket-friendly size copies, which the people of Kenya will be able to read and understand this legislative process.
But I think because we are stakeholders also, we need to participate kwa hizo sheria ambaye in that way hata wewe utasema ni wapi imeenda wrong, ni wapi iko sawa.
We hope after this to take this down, to disseminate this and also train, because believe me, if we were to detail everything about policy process, the book would be as voluminous as you can imagine. It would be maybe 500 or something pages. But we decided to pick the synopsis, the very important issues, to ensure that it's a friendly document that can be appreciated, and those who require specialized or training on it, they can still call on the Commission to train them.
We are inviting the people of Kenya to share with us this what we consider a very key milestone in terms of showing the people how they can participate and hold to account or audit the process of lawmaking.
Number one achievement, and I consider it to be the greatest of all achievements, is the active participation of youths in terms of leadership and governance.
Wherever you are, be assured that we are very grateful for the support and contribution you put in seeing this project into fruition.